Hi everyone. For Virgo risings, the Venus-Jupiter conjunction on the 9th of June takes place in Cancer in your 11th house. And this is highlighting friendships, social circles, communities, your future goals, hopes and wishes, and also the people who support your growth. This is the one of the most hopeful and supportive transits of the year. It can bring opportunities through other people, helping you feel more connected, encouraged, and optimistic about your future. For many Virgo risings, this period might bring a stronger sense of belonging and a reminder that success is often built through meaningful relationships as much as through individual effort. On more practical level, this transit might show up by perhaps you meeting more new people, reconnecting with old friends. You might be receiving help and encouragement via your social networks. Maybe you'll join a new group or community or organization. You might collaborate with others on some shared goals. And maybe you generally feel more optimistic about your future. Venus brings harmony, connections, and enjoyment, while Jupiter brings growth, opportunity, and expansion. So, together, those two planets in your 11th house encourage you to build relationships that support both your personal happiness and your long term goals. What makes this conjunction especially interesting is that Venus rules your second house of self worth, finances, and personal values, while Jupiter rules your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundations. This creates a meaningful connection between your values, your emotional security, and the people who help you move forward with your future goals. The conjunction is even more strengthened by the flowing trine to the moon in Aries in your eighth house. And because the moon rules Cancer, it becomes a key player in this transit and helps reveal um, deep emotional significance. While the 11th house is often associated with friendships and social networks, the moon in the 8th house additionally contributes to the depth, intimacy, and emotional vulnerability to the whole story. This suggests that some relationship might move beyond the surface level interactions and maybe become sources of genuine emotional support and trust. And you might find it easier to open up about feelings that you would normally keep private. Equally, others might feel more comfortably sharing their own vulnerabilities with you, and conversation may become more meaningful. Relationship might deepen even more by greater honesty and emotional understanding. For some Virgo risings, this transit might bring an important realization that receiving support is just as important as giving it. So you're often the person others rely upon, but this transit reminds you that you do not have to carry everything alone. So at the same time, Chiron in Aries in your eighth house receives a square from the conjunction, which highlights some old wounds connected to trust, vulnerability, and emotional intimacy, as well as shared resources. So you might become more aware of situation where you might have struggled to rely upon others. And there might be memories, experiences, or emotional patterns that have taught you that it is safer to remain self sufficient than to risk asking for help. However, the supportive trend from the moon suggests that healing is available, and people entering your life now or those who are already around you might help you challenge your old assumptions and gradually build greater trust in others. Meanwhile, Algo in Taurus in your ninth house forms a supportive sextile to the conjunction. This might bring important insights via learning, travel, spirituality, or expanding your understanding of life. You might find questioning old beliefs and becoming more open to new perspectives. Conversations with friends, mentors, different from people from different backgrounds, perhaps foreign backgrounds, could help you see possibilities that you maybe haven't previously considered. So for some Virgo risings, this transit might inspire a new vision for the future, one that feels more aligned with your both practical needs and your emotional well-being. Um, Overall, this conjunction feels hopeful, supportive, and emotionally enriching for Virgo rising, and encourages you to strengthen your connections and be open to new opportunities, and recognize that genuine support often comes through relationships that we allow ourselves to trust. Perhaps the most important lesson of the transit is that true strength is not found in carrying everything alone. Sometimes growth comes from allowing others to walk alongside us and support and remind you that you are far more connected than you realize. So, thank you very much for listening. I would love to hear if this resonates with you.